except with here with all of you. Welcome to the new Disney Experience Showcase at D23. It is so great to be here with all 12,000 of you. How are we feeling? Everybody excited? I can tell you what, I know that I am. As Bob said last night, our greatest joy is entertaining all of you, our amazing fans. Our studio teams last night gave you a look into the future of Disney filmmaking. Now I get to share how we'll bring our stories into Disney experiences all around the world. I've got a lot to share. The best stories, they're the ones that you believe in. Now, I believe in the power of a great Disney story, and I know that everyone in this room believes in that power as well. For more than 100 years now, we've bonded over these stories. They bring people together generation after generation, just like all of us in this stadium tonight. And that bond, I think it's stronger than ever. At Disney Experiences, our Imagineers dream, they create design, and then they build these stories into fantastic real places. And everybody, as we sit here together at the Honda Center, we have Imagineers hard at work all around the world. Because everything that we're going to share with you tonight is an active development. This means that plans are drawn. This means that dirt is moving. I just want to be clear with all the fans out there. This isn't blue sky. And when the Imagineers' jobs are complete, you know what happens next. Our cast members, they take over and they bring these amazing places to life. I bet we've got some cast members in the audience today. We have some cast members. Listen, there are 180,000 cast and crew and Imagineers and employees around the world. To all of those Disney cast members, thank you for everything that you do to create life. Let's hear it for the cast members. Okay, the next few years are going to bring so many stories and characters to our Disney destinations. Tonight, you're going to see past the horizon to our incredibly bright and boundless future. Now, I know that when we released this poster behind me, many of you started speculating on what we'd be talking about during the show. Some of you got pretty close. Some of you were way off, but listen, that's okay. We love the excitement, and we particularly love all of the engagement. Tonight, we have a lot of big news to share with you, and a lot of fun surprises and special moments in store. And since music is such an important part of every Disney experience, tonight we've gathered some of the most talented musicians from around the world for a celebration of Disney songs that we all love. There will be some in there that maybe you haven't heard in a while, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to let the music be our guide, kind of like a magic carpet whisking us from one place to the next, and then sometimes right back again. So, if you're all ready to climb aboard, let's get going. And of course, thank you as always for being a part of our story. Enjoy, everybody.
And of all the places in the world, the entirety of this moment surrounded by all of this Disney love is where my heart truly belongs. As you know, I'm the world's biggest Disney geek, just like all of you. My people, we're the adult Disney, the Disney adults, right? My passion for Disney runs so deep that I even named my kid Billy, Huey, Dewey, Louie, Daisy, Mogan, Terry, Abu, Simba, Flynn, Rook, Bob, Ida, Ryder, Lilo, Stitch. That's a total twister right there. You know, Disneyland isn't just a theme park for me. It's where dreams come alive and where the lines between reality and fantasy blur in the most beautiful way. It shaped my outlook on life, it filled me with optimism, creativity, and a relentless belief that our dreams have no expiration date. That's important. Walt Disney himself said that all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Sure, Walt, tell that to the 13-year-old me standing in line for the Matterhorn trying to pick up a girl, ungainly, awkward, with more pimples than friends, sporting my dad's members-only jacket, my mom's Jordache jeans, and my sister's puka shell necklace. I'm gonna tell you, my feathered hair looked so much like, it looked like a bird had crash landed on my head and just died. But I wish I could go back to that little boy and whisper in his ear and say, "It's gonna be okay, Johnny. One day you'll actually get a girl." And you know that sign outside on Harbor Boulevard that says Disneyland? That'll be in your backyard. But most importantly, one day you'll be standing on this stage in front of all these beautiful faces and D23 announced at Disneyland's 70th anniversary. That's right, Disneyland Resort will celebrate its 70th anniversary in 2025. There'll be more about that in the months ahead, so get ready because it is going to be awesome. Now I gotta get going, I gotta get this Uncle Jesse jacket back to the I'm building an Uncle Jesse museum right next to Knott's Berry Farm, so as Winnie the Pooh wisely said, any day spent with you is my favorite day. Being here tonight, surrounded by all this incredible Disney spirit, is my new favorite day, so thank you all very much. You know, Josh, we were backstage earlier debating what the best hair product was. But he said, if you guys, if you really want to kick off Disney's 70th, a little early, tonight might be the night, but we're going to have to hear a loud applause. What do you guys say? Should we kick it off tonight? Put your hands together for one of my dear friends, Derek Chris and Skylar Austin.
They are backstage. I said to Skylar before I came out here, he's like, "Do you think I should take my shoe off for the act?" I'm like, "No, you don't take your shoe off on stage." He said, "I'm going to do it anyway." Skylar, we'll talk a little bit later. All right, everybody, as we celebrate Disneyland's first 70 years, we're also fulfilling Walt's promise that our parks, they will never be complete. We're looking to a future at the Disneyland Resort, a future full of new stories to tell. And one of the most popular stories ever is Avatar from James Cameron's Lightstorm. So first, I just want to take a moment to recognize one member of the Lightstorm team, John Landau, who passed away last month. As the producer of both Avatar films, John was instrumental in helping Disney Imagineers bring Pandora to life. John helped us create our Avatar-themed land at Disney's Animal Kingdom. I actually had the chance to work closely with him as we developed that land, and I was so fortunate to experience his passion and creativity firsthand. John loved the Disney parks. He loved working with Imagineers and cast members, and he was so excited working with Imagineers on our next Avatar experience. And that experience, I'm so pleased to announce to all of you today, it's coming to Disney California Adventure. Just as Avatar, The Way of Water, introduced us to places on Pandora that we had never seen before, this new experience will invite us to explore even further. Now, to talk more about it, I want to welcome from Walt Disney Imagineering, Ali Rubens. All right, Ali, listen, thank you for being here. So what can you tell us about the new Avatar destination that we're bringing to California Adventure?
Well, Josh, like you said, we're taking our guests to a whole new location on Pandora. As all of you know, our land in Florida is set in a rainforest amongst the floating mountains in the Morara Valley, which to me feels just like we're stepping into the first Avatar film. For our new destination, we're inspired by the second movie, The Way of Water, as well as the upcoming Fire and Ash, and future Avatar films. Yeah. And it will be at a scale and at a level that is worthy of these epic stories. One thing I'm particularly looking forward to is an innovative new attraction that will bring all the action, all the excitement, and all the wonder of Avatar to life in a completely new and thrilling way. We'll invite our guests to take the adventure of a lifetime as we join an excursion in search of majestic natural wonders that can only be found on Pandora.
It's quite an image back here. And Ali, I love that we're seeking out new places in this world to explore.
Absolutely. Along the way, we'll discover dense forests full of incredible animals and bioluminescent flora, taking us all the way to the wide open seas of Pandora. But while this world can be beautiful, if we lose our way, it can also be dangerous. Right? This is going to be a dynamic, intense, and emotional experience on a grand scale that we know our guests, all of you, are going to love.
They are going to love it. But Ali, for you, what is it that you love about Avatar?
Well, Josh, everybody looks better in blue.
All right, Ali, well listen, I love the planning sessions that we've had so far. The creative looks so phenomenal. And the experiences that you have in store for our fans are like nothing that they've seen or that they've felt before. Ali, thank you so much. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Josh.
Now I'm going to talk about the Disneyland Resort. This is an incredibly special place to me. It's where I started as a cast member. And just like many of you, I hold this happy place deep, deep in my heart. I'm thrilled to announce that we're bringing an all-new attraction, the first coco ride to a Disney park. It's coming to Disney California Adventure. Imagineers drew inspiration for this attraction from classics like The Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean. You're going to see, you'll hear, you'll feel Miguel's journey to the land of the dead as you travel through colorful, expansive scenes. Of course, we're bringing our skeletal cast of characters to life in a big way for the latest in audio animatronic technology. Now, work is underway and we'll be breaking ground in 2026 as we create this celebration of everything that we all love about coco. And if you haven't guessed it already, music, it'll play an important role in this attraction just as it does in so many of our Disney experiences. And that's especially true for our parades and our nighttime spectaculars.
Eden Espinosa. As performers at Disney parks. So no matter where we've gone in our careers, these bonds that we've made with these stories will be with us forever. And while some of you may recognize us from our time on Broadway, most of you probably know our voices from some of your favorite Disney park songs. We have some great news to share. Next month on September 20th, the new Nighttime Spectacular, Reach for the Stars, debuts at Tokyo Disneyland. This show will feature characters from Big Hero 6, Up, and for the first time in Tokyo, superheroes from Marvel. And in January, Disneyland Paris will unveil a new nighttime spectacular featuring a multitude of timeless songs from Disney and Pixar. This humorous and moving journey will be told through projections on Sleeping Beauty Castle and, for the first time, down Main Street. Yeah! And then, in summer of 2025 at the Magic Kingdom in Florida, something new is on its way.
We're getting a new nighttime parade! Disney's legacy of innovation in nighttime entertainment goes back more than 50 years to the Main Street Electrical Parade. Now this new show, Disney Starlight, will add to that legacy. It will use the latest technology to tell new stories with characters you love. It's a star-kissed constellation of Disney dreams brought to life by the magic of the Blue Fairy. It features moments from Peter Pan, Encanto, Frozen, and more. I cannot wait for this one.
Me too. And as singers, we have a deep appreciation for the human voice. So, we could only think of one music group iconic enough to help us celebrate the indomitable spirit of the Disney parks.
The new nighttime spectacular coming to Disneyland Paris, it will be the latest example of how we continue bringing stories to life at this incredible destination. We've reimagined both the Disneyland Hotel and the Art of Marvel Hotel, and the results, I think, are spectacular. Now we're transforming our second park in Paris, which began with the introduction of Avengers Campus. We'll tell the next chapter in that transformation story with the world of Frozen. This is where you'll travel to Arendelle and spend time with Anna, Elsa, Olaf, and all of their friends. We've got some great news to share with all of you today. Our new Frozen Land will open in 2026. As you know, along with this debut comes the park's new name, Disney Adventure World. And we'll celebrate this new name with a nighttime spectacular that only Disney could create. And I'm excited to tell you that we have a brand new show that will debut in 2026 on the park's new lake, Adventure Bay. This will be a 360-degree experience featuring fountains, music and water, screens, lasers, illuminated drones, and of course, we'll have original music. Adventure Bay will be the gateway to all the different worlds in the park. And that includes a story that I know that we've all loved for the past 30 years. So as our friend Rafiki would say, it is time. That's right, everybody, we're creating a major new Lion King attraction for Disney Adventure World in Paris. There is a lot of excitement around the Lion King right now. The original movie is celebrating its 30th anniversary. And our attraction, it'll be based on this animated classic. First, you're going to have a chance to explore the Pride Lands in a new area of the park with dining, it'll have shopping, you'll have a chance to meet some of the favorite characters. And then when you're ready, you'll head down into the caves beneath Pride Rock to follow Simba from cub to king. It'll feel like you stepped right into that movie. Now, to celebrate this great news with us, you may know them from Disneyland's Wondrous Journey or the soundtrack to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Please give a Pride Lands welcome to Tank and the Mangas. The reason that we're together tonight is because of one man's dream. And here tonight, we're all part of that dream. And it carries on today down through the generations. And now next year at Disneyland, we're going to experience that dream like never before. I'm so incredibly honored to announce that we are creating a new show for the Main Street Opera House, and we're calling it Walt Disney, A Magical Life. It'll feature, for the first time, an audio animatronic figure of Walt. And we're advancing the technology that he pioneered 60 years ago with Abraham Lincoln. This new show will bring together the past, the present, and the future of Disney storytelling. And importantly, after its debut run, The Magical Life will play in rotation with our fan favorite great moments with Mr. Lincoln. Creating our first Walt figure, it's an idea that's been whispered in the hallowed halls of Imagineering for years, maybe even decades now. We just had to wait for innovation to catch up with our dreams. And we're finally ready. This is a huge responsibility, and we're grateful to share this journey with members of the Disney family. In fact, Walt's great-nephew Roy P. Disney recently visited the Imagineering campus where I had a chance to walk through our progress. He was so moved by the experience, and we can't wait for all of you to share in that joy. Roy's here with us tonight as our special guest. Thank you, Roy, for helping us fulfill this dream. I speak for our entire team when I say that there is so much pride and excitement for everyone involved in the creation of this show. It's going to be a powerful experience. The Opera House Theater will transform into Walt's studio office. We'll visit with him as he reflects on his life and shares his hopes for a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. This experience will be a chance to imagine what it would have been like to be in Walt's presence. Maybe just as a dear friend sitting down at the piano to play one of his favorite songs.
That was beautiful, thank you. From a few quiet keys on a piano to a sweeping orchestral score. Sometimes you don't need any words at all to know where you're going next.
I'd like you to say hello to our guest conductor, Academy Award-winning actor, Ki Kwan. Welcome to D23. I am so glad that you're here. I know these folks are glad you're here as well. You had an amazing career, including an Oscar just a couple of years ago. Huge congratulations to you. And as we were talking backstage, it all started with your first film, Indiana Jones, The Temple of Doom. Right?
The greatest adventure of my life.
I can imagine, and by the sounds of the crowd, we have some fans here. Do we have?
Indiana Jones was my first movie, and it changed everything for me.
Yeah, you know, I can imagine. Well, what was it like debuting alongside one of the most legendary characters in movie history?
It was like stepping into a world where everything was larger than life. It felt surreal.
Yeah.
And of course, what can be more cool than starring in a movie with the iconic and now Disney legend Harrison Ford.
All right, well, here we are, years later. What do you think made Indiana Jones such an enduring character, such an enduring franchise?
Well, first off, hats off to Harrison. No one could have brought Indy to life like the way he did.
Yeah.
I love Indiana Jones' sense of adventure. And I love it when he faces insurmountable odds. He still stays true to his beliefs. Those qualities resonate with everyone. They're definitely things that I can relate to. So I think, that's why we love Indiana Jones.
Makes sense. And I know our Disney Park fans certainly love the man with a hat too, which, everyone, is why we're so excited to bring an Indiana Jones attraction to Disney's Animal Kingdom.
gotta ask you, will there be any snakes?
Well, listen, we're going to have to wait to find out, because this is going to be a completely new story. But, you know, you never know, Keith. I got to say, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. Wow.
Come visit me in Animal Kingdom. All right, one more time for Academy Award winner, Keith. Wow. So construction on this 11-acre section of the park is set to begin this fall as we transform Dinoland USA into the tropical Americas. This work's going to begin in phases, making sure that you still have a chance to experience dinosaur one more time. Indiana Jones will be one of 2 signature attractions in the new land. To tell us more about what we're planning, please welcome the President and Chief Creative Officer of Walt Disney Imagineering, Mr. Bruce Vaughn.
This is amazing.
Pretty cool.
Yes.
All of our fans, Bruce, welcome to D23.
This is a magical day.
So, all right, here's what we're going to do. Let's talk about Indiana Jones first. So tell us about the attraction.
Absolutely. You know, the first attraction I worked on in 1993 as the Imagineer was Indiana Jones here in Disneyland. So this is very special to me. But we are so looking forward to this one because you said, Josh, this is going to be a completely new story, different from any other Indy attraction anywhere we have in the world. It takes place in an ancient Maya temple that Indy has recently discovered. And he's heard rumors about a mythical creature that lives deep within this temple. Now, Indy being Indy, he wants to go see it himself. But the best part is, he's bringing us along with him.
Of course, nothing's going to go wrong here.
It depends how you define wrong, Josh.
So this is just one of the stories that we're telling in this new land, as I was saying moments ago. So talk to us about what else guests can expect when they visit the tropical Americas.
Yes. Well, okay, so when you walk over from Discovery Island, you'll enter a new town we're creating called Pueblo Esperanza, which means village of hope. Much like Harambe in our Africa land, this town feels lived in with a long, rich history. You'll find it in the heart of a lush rainforest, and the buildings there are in a classic Spanish style. There's even a large fountain in the center of town where people like to gather and tell stories. You'll also find a big hacienda, and in there, we're going to reflect the food and culture of the region. And I cannot wait to try some of that. But wait, there's more. In a horse stable, one Esperanza resident, a woodcarver, has created a carousel featuring his favorite animals from Disney stories. I'm telling you, these pieces are absolutely gorgeous. And if you stop by our Imagineering Pavilion tomorrow, in one of our reveal rooms at the Convention Center, we have the first one we made on display. So go see that. I personally love carousels, and this one is such a very special take on this amazing attraction. Not only will our young families love it, but everybody's going to want to ride this. It's absolutely gorgeous, and we're going to have to go back at night because it's got a special lighting as well. Now, there's more. Over on the other side of the town, there's a famous house you may all recognize.
Now, we've hinted at this.
We have.
Tonight, I'm happy to announce Bruce's team is bringing to life our first major attraction based on Encanto. So, Bruce, what can you tell us here? What can you tell us about the story with the Madrigal?
Yeah, well, actually, this is pretty cool. So when you walk up to Casita, the whole house will feel alive just like in the film. Another reveal for tomorrow. Head over to our pavilion at the center because we're going to have the convention center. That's where it is. It's there all day. No, it's great. But we have actually a beautiful model of Casita and the entire land on display. So you got to check that out. All right. Now let me tell you about what's going on inside Casita. We're arriving on the day Antonio receives his magical gift, which I'm sure you all remember, allows him to communicate with animals. And we're going beyond the movie story with our attraction. Casita has magically brought furniture to life for us to journey through the various rooms of the house, ultimately ending up in Antonio's room, which has been transformed into a rainforest. There we'll hang out with Antonio and all his animal friends. And of course, along the way, we'll bump into, Mirabelle and some of the other members of the family, like, perhaps one famous.
We get the message on that. So this is going to be a classic Disney attraction, the type of storytelling that Imagineers have been creating for 70 years.
Yeah.
Right? And they finished all the research trips, they finished all their designs and all the prep work. Now it's time to start building, which is why I'm pleased to announce that this attraction will debut along with Indiana Jones and the entire land in 2027. Bruce, you look a little nervous about that, but I'm confident. I know your team's going to deliver something great.
Hey, no pressure, right?
There are just so many announcements and just so little time. I've got to be honest, I have no idea how we're going to get through all of this. I have no idea.
We can help. We can help with that. Yeah, we can give you a hand. We got you. We got this thing.
Yeah, I left a whole thing of churros back there for you guys to be eating. What are you doing?
We finished. We have all of the churros.
They are gone.
All of them?
The churros are no longer. They cease to be.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we work for Dole Whips now.
Oh, it's Dole Whip. Okay. I can do that. I think I can figure that one out. All right, guys, look. I've got back here this list. Okay. All right, and just look at this. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm surprised. Okay.
Right? I don't know. So somehow I got to get through all of this.
You guys, Josh, you've had a long night. Sit down, take a break, relax. Get up for Josh. Relax. November 15th.
Yeah, the last one. Oh, man. That's actually a big one. It's pretty big. Josh,
We need an adult.
Yeah. What's up, guys? So, this next announcement, it doesn't seem right for us, but we know a guy.
Oh, you know a guy?
Yeah, we know a guy. If you want this next one to be big as can be, you want someone special like Disney royalty. And for this next project, I think you'll agree. Yeah. You wouldn't have nothing if you didn't have me.
So great to have you here at D23.
How come I'm dressed and you're not?
I don't know. You look really good, though. I'm feeling really bad about myself right now.
I'm so great. I'm just so grateful to be here, and as always part of the Disney family for so long. And I'm here because I've got some news, Josh, that's actually bigger than some shaggy blue monster that I'm a good friend of. Would you like to hear it? I don't hear you. Did you really want to hear this? It's pretty good news. They're going to build the first Monsters, Inc. land in a Disney park.
That's right, everybody. And it's coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Josh, you're saying that humans humans will be in Monstropolis, right? Did you clear that with HR?
I called somebody in advance. I know
Then I'm sure you filed your paperwork correctly. For once. Your stunned silence is very reassuring.
Don't worry, I got this. Roz, sweetheart, my favorite garden snail. Guess what, Roz? You're live at D23.
I have no idea what that is.
All right, Roz, it's always great talking to you.
Wazowski, I hear your voice. I don't know where it's coming from.
No, there's no mic here, no.
I'm watching you two. Always watching.
You know, I never trust anybody that leaves a slip. But Jeff, I did have one question for you. You know, my grandson and I share the same birthday, which is March 14th. And every year we come to Disneyland, whether he likes it or not. And last year he turned 11. Okay. I didn't. And I was walking around with this baseball hat just like everybody else, and nobody recognized me, and it sort of upset me for a while. But I'm walking next to this woman who's pushing her 4-year-old son in a stroller. They're covered from head to toe in Mike Wazowski t-shirts, hats, sunglasses, everything. Mike Wazowski. So my question is, do I have a piece of that?
I don't think you do. I'm sorry. I don't have a piece of that.
All right, well, good night. The minute I'm walking next to this woman, she's got this little boy, and finally I had to do it. I jumped in front of them and I said, "Hey, I'm Mike Wazowski." And she said, "It's pretty good, but he does it better." You know, Mike is very near and dear to me, folks.
Well, that was pretty amazing. Now, in this new land, humans have been invited to visit Monstropolis, and they need our laughter to power the city. As part of this new Monsters experience, you're going to get to tour the Laugh Factory. I don't know about all of you guys, but the first time I saw Monsters, Inc., all I wanted to do was zoom through the door vault like Mike and Sully, right? Suspended coaster ever in a Disney park. And you remember in the movie how those claws, they grab the doors, they hoist them up into the air, and they take them away? Yeah, we're gonna do that too. And you're gonna be along for the ride. Now here's the great thing, construction on the project starts next year, and I can tell you that there is so much excitement and imagination for the land. But that's not all we have planned for Walt Disney World. In fact, I invited another really special guest to join me on stage to talk about this next week. Okay, problem here. Anybody seen our special guest? Vader, you're supposed to be here on stage.
Well, see, now that's why I'm calling you here on this video communicator applicator thingamabobber.
Yeah, but your connection, it's not so great, Vader.
Hold on. This better?
No, not really. Now you're muted. You're muted. There you go. So what's going on, buddy? Where are you?
You ain't gonna believe this. I was on my way to this here car racing show, and dadgummit, the craziest thing didn't just happen.
Oh boy, what happened?
I plumb broke down. I'm a tow truck on the side of the road, waiting for a tow truck. Now tell me that ain't a kick in the oil pan.
I'm sorry, buddy. Really sorry to hear that. Should we do the reveal anyway?
Does a Holding Lightning McQueen need a dab of Oppo on turn 7 on a sunny Sunday?
I have no idea what that means, but yes, yes.
You daggum right he does. Let's get her done.
All right, here goes. As we develop the next generation of Disney experiences, we're always looking for new ways to tell the stories that we all love. Which brings me to Frontierland at the Magic Kingdom. The American West has always been about keeping your eyes on the horizon, believing in yourself and carving your own path and striving towards success. That goes from miners in the mountains, bears in the country, maybe a princess from the bayou, or a race car from the big city. That's why I'm happy to announce we're inviting Mater, Lightning McQueen to a reimagined section of Frontierland. We're leaving Radiator Springs behind and we're heading off into the wilderness with 2 new Cars attractions. The first attraction is a thrilling race rally across the frontier. Here you get to climb the mountain trails or dodge geysers, splash through mud holes as you take on the terrain. So you better bring your off-road tires for this one. And since we know how much young children love the whole Cars crew, our second attraction is geared especially for our smallest racers, something that the whole family can enjoy. The Imagineers have been planning for this for a while, and construction on this new Cars area, it'll begin early next year. And this is going to bring some new energy to Frontierland as we continue to grow and evolve the story of what it means to explore the American wilderness. All right. How's that sound, Mater? Did I get it generally right?
Shoot, sounds great to me.
Okay. Well, thanks again for being here. I hope you get a tow soon.
Well, now, I appreciate it. Oh, I plumb forgot. While I wasn't able to make it there myself so y'all could see my beautiful body, I did ask a friend of mine to stop by, so if it's all right with y'all, I'd like to have him join you on stage. Maybe kick up a little hootenanny in celebration of this here big announcement. This one's a doozy. That rhymes. Never mind. So what do you say? Let's bring him out.
Mater, it sounds good to me. Everybody, please put your tires together for Shabuzi. An incredible year for our Disney Cruise Line. We welcomed our first guest to our new island destination, Disney Lookout Key at the Lighthouse Point. We got a look at the Disney Adventure as we prepare our first ship out of Singapore next year. And we are launching our newest ship, the Disney Treasure, in December. Now, some of you have heard about this. The Treasure will feature a brand new stage production, Disney, The Tale of Moana. This is the first look at one of the show's big moments when Moana makes her final stand against Taka. We're bringing Taka to life as a 15-foot tall puppet, the largest that we've ever produced for a Disney Cruise Line show. Well, I've had a chance to see this puppet in action, and it's stunning. Lavish stage shows, they're one of the signature elements of a Disney Cruise Line experience. And last week, we revealed a lot of great new details about the Disney Destiny. But we saved something just for you. Would you like to hear about the show that we're working on? Some of you may have already guessed it, I don't know. When this new ship launches in 2026, its signature production will be Disney Hercules. It'll feature the music and characters you love from the film, which is why I invited someone special here tonight. And she's put her own spin on one of her favorite songs. Please welcome the voice of Meg, Susan Egan. Susan, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. So all of you know that the fleet of our Disney cruise ships is growing. There are 5 at sea right now, and there are 4 more in the works, including the recent announcement of the Disney cruise ship sailing out of Japan. Yep, well, now I have the biggest news yet, and I promise you're gonna love it. Actually, you know what? I'll do better than promise. Kind of says it all. I'm thrilled to announce that we are adding we're adding 4 more cruise ships to our fleet. Thank you for helping me out there, guys. You look great in your suits. All for one, everybody. Now, we're planning to deliver these new ships between 2027 and 2031, which means that once these fantastic new ships are built, we're going to have 13 ways to experience Disney's world-class entertainment, our renowned dining and impeccable guest service in more parts of the world. I'm so proud of our cruise line because it's an extension of Walt's original vision for the company. He wanted to take his stories in as many directions as possible. And over the past 100 years, we've embraced movies, television, theme parks, cruise ships, and so much more. And now we're getting ready to take our next big step into a new digital universe. Earlier this year, we announced a new collaboration with the creators of Fortnite, Epic Games, to develop a new entertainment universe. How many of you in the audience today play Fortnite? All right, that's great. So you probably recognized our in-game live stream that we showed just a second ago. This is a pretty big moment. Right now, Fortnite players from around the world are watching our show from inside the game. The folks backstage just told me there are more than 1 million people watching right now. And you know what? This is just the beginning. What we're working on with Epic is grounded in gaming, but it's going to be so much more than that. We're inviting you to play with Disney in completely new ways. So imagine a place where all your favorite Disney characters and worlds, they converge into one connected universe. Imagine a place where you can watch, play, and create your own Disney stories. Imagine turning everything that you love about Disney into a digital playground that you can play 365 days a year. Yeah, we are bringing the full power of Disney storytelling to this dynamic new environment. To talk more about it, please welcome some of the best storytellers in the world, Jennifer Lee, Pete Docter, Dave Filoni, and Kevin Feige. Thank you guys for coming out. An exciting night at D23. Be careful there, Pete. You all shared some great news last night, so thanks for coming back on night 2 to D23. We've been talking about the possibilities for this collaboration with Epic Games. Hundreds of millions of our fans have already played with our characters inside of Fortnite. Now we have a great opportunity for new ways to tell stories. Jen, I'm gonna start with you. How do you see our classic animated characters evolving in this new universe that we're talking about?
Josh, I can tell you that everyone at Disney Animation is so excited about the potential that we see in the collaboration with Epic. And I am especially excited because my daughter lets me watch her play Fortnite, like, for hours.
Is she one of the million people watching now, maybe?
She may just be, right now, on Disney Horizons Island, so, hi Agatha. It's your mom. And I'm not embarrassing you at all, right now, in front of a million people, so. But seriously, we can't wait to create new ways for the audience to enjoy their favorite Disney characters and worlds. And now I know that this Disney universe is still in development, but we didn't want to wait to share something with the Fortnite fans, which is why I'm so excited that we are bringing Disney animation characters to the game for the first time this fall.
What we're talking about here with Epic Games. Pete, congratulations. Congratulations on the success of Inside Out 2. Talk to us. The biggest Pixar film, animated film in history. It's amazing. So congratulations to you.
Yeah, thank you. It's pretty crazy. We couldn't be more proud of our team. They did a fantastic job.
Well, we all know that innovation is such a crucial part of storytelling. It's fundamental to everything that Pete, you do and your team do at Pixar. So getting to play in this new Epic Games universe, it feels kind of like a natural fit.
Oh yeah, I mean, from Toy Story on, we've always looked at technology as a great partner with the storytelling that we're trying to do. Pushing boundaries of technology so we can tell new stories is really what we do. And I feel like, in a way, this is a little, reminds me of our short films, which we use to test new technology and play with characters. And I really could see this as an extension of that process. We're excited about playing with new original ideas in formats with Epic. So the possibilities are endless. And, you know, Jen, I didn't want to let you and your daughter and the Walt Disney animation have all the fun. So I am also thrilled to announce the first Pixar characters are coming to Fortnite this fall, and they are incredible.
What you got for Lucasfilm? You're gonna show these two guys up, I'm sure.
Yeah, we've been in Fortnite a little bit here, blowing things up and blasting things. The best thing about this announcement is you're gonna get this stuff next week. I don't know.
Maybe I can get a little bit of that back bling myself. I don't know. But Dave, as we look out to this new universe, it seems to play to your strengths. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, video game, Star Wars, George Lucas always believed in the kind of integration. We blasted the Death Star in our lives playing in old vector games as technology's improved, the graphics has improved. And a lot of times we're recreating the movies, getting into that galaxy far, far away. But now, you know, through the integration, we've even used gaming technology like Epic's Unreal Engine in shows like The Mandalorian in our environment. So we're always constantly looking for new ways to really take you, the fans, to our galaxy. And we're working on it. We're really excited about this collaboration with Epic and what it can mean for our galaxy and our storytelling. So we're going to get you there
I'm with you.
as we can.
Completely agree with you, Dave. And you know, since you're here, why don't we tell everybody about that other thing that we've been working on?
Yeah, this I'm really excited about. If you're ever in the park, sometimes you might see me and a friend of mine named John Favreau. We love the parks. Yeah, John, he's the best. We love riding the rides and just going around Star Tours, all different things. We did a little research last Thursday in the park. Rode a particular ride a couple times because currently we're shooting a new movie called The Mandalorian and Grogu, be out in 2026. And being huge fans, we were really thrilled when Josh, you guys asked us to take a look at one of the rides, and we're going to share something really cool. We are working with the Disney Imagineers to do a new Mandalorian and Grogu story for the Millennium Falcon ride.
Well, listen, flying the Millennium Falcon alongside Mando and Grogu, it sounds like a Star Wars dream come true. And of course, we're going to use the Unreal Engine to create it, so this whole thing comes full circle.
Hey, thank you, D23, and may the force be with you.
Kevin, coming over to you. Marvel's been already huge in Fortnite, and the response that we're seeing, just fantastic.
It's been amazing. You know, going back to 2018, the relationship we've had with Epic is great. 2018 is when Thanos first stormed across the island in our Infinity Gauntlet event. It was time to our Infinity War movie. A few years after that, Galactus came and destroyed the whole island, and some of you, or the million, did you say million, John?
Million plus,
watching, may have seen that clip. That clip of Galactus destroying the island of Fortnite is so cool. I shared it with the team currently making the Fantastic Four movie to get that spirit of Galactus across. It's incredible what they're able to do. And what else I love, and my 11-year-old son who plays Fortnite every day, a lot of people learn about our characters for the first time, Thanos, Galactus, through Fortnite. So we get a chance that everybody can learn about our heroes and our villains for the first time, and that inspires them to then go look at our comics, go on Disney Plus, go to our movies. So this new collaboration is really remarkable. Games have become an extension of our storytelling, and I can't wait for everybody to see what we have in store in the future with this amazing collaboration. But that's the future. In the here and now, we have something I'm very excited to announce. Tonight, the next season of Marvel on Fortnite next week, August 16th. And this, let's go. And like Thanos and Galactus before him, There's a very iconic villain coming. It is a character you may have heard us speak about over the last couple of weeks. Coming to Fortnite is Dr. Doom. Now we have an official trailer here. Do you guys want to see the trailer?
That was rough, particularly the end there. All right, contrary to what you just heard, we really do have some great plans in store for Marvel all around the world. So let's talk to someone who actually has got some good ideas. Please welcome, from Walt Disney Imagineering, Mr. Scott Trowbridge. Hey, Scott. All right, listen, that whole last thing there, the lawyers have advised, please forget everything that you just heard. Okay,
yes.
Except for the fish pool thing, that was actually real.
That's real?
That's real.
Oh, okay, very cool. All right.
All right, so before we were so colorfully interrupted, I was talking about how excited I am for the next phase of development for these characters in our parks. Earlier this year, we hinted at a big new attraction in the works for Shanghai Disneyland, so let's go ahead and start right there.
That's a great idea. And we're really excited about this one because it's the first time we're going to tell a Marvel story in a major attraction in Shanghai. And that story features one of Marvel's most enduring and globally popular characters, and a longtime personal favorite of mine, Spider-Man. Now, this is going to be a high-energy thrill coaster with all the excitement of a Marvel story. Now, I don't want to give away the story, but it seems that Peter Parker has gotten himself, well, and us, in a bit of a tight spot. And weirdly, it seems that wherever Peter goes, Spidey's not so far away. Coincidence? Yeah, well, we'll find out. So we're gonna have to follow Spidey at very high speeds to get us out of trouble. It's gonna be a real thrill ride.
Hold on. All right, we're going to move to Hong Kong Disneyland.
Okay.
Now, we have a strong Marvel presence there already, and it's about to get even stronger, I understand, right?
You're absolutely right. You know, back in 2017, Hong Kong welcomed the Stark Expo to Tomorrowland with the Iron Man experience. And then 2 years later, we debuted Ant-Man and the Wasp, Nano Battle, to round out the expo there. And now I'm excited to share that we're working to open up the next edition to the expo. So it seems Hong Kong fans, all right, awesome. Tony Stark and the Avengers have invited some of the most brilliant scientists from across the Marvel Universe to collaborate on some new technology and inventions. He's even invited a young Peter Parker as an up-and-coming science intern. And I just gotta say, the fact that Peter Parker is there is completely unrelated to the fact that Spider-Man is in this render. So we just all agree on that. Okay, thank you. Unfortunately, all of this new tech draws the type of attention you never want from one of Spider-Man's most formidable villains. So now Peter, has to save the day and us, and we get caught up right in the middle of all this action. It's going to be a huge, literally, addition to Hong Kong Disneyland.
Yeah, sounds great. I'm excited fans right here. But Scott, let's come back to our original Avengers campus in California Adventure. Right? There must be some updates there, Scott.
You know there are, because since we first opened Avengers Campus, people have wondered, hey, what might be behind that wall? Well, soon that question, it's going to get answered, because we're developing a major new attraction where we'll be able to jump between worlds in these Stark-developed transports, and when the need arises, assemble with Earth's mightiest heroes for a multi-world mission with all the twists, turns, and action of a Marvel story. And you know what? I'm excited to tell you all, for the first time here today, the name of this new attraction. Are you ready to hear the name of this new Avengers initiative? All right. It's called Avengers Infinity Defense.
I like the name. Now, it's going to impact the whole story of the campus, right? Because up to this point, it's been about training to be a hero.
Yeah, I mean, the campus is still looking to recruit and train the next generation of heroes, but soon it'll be time to put that training into action as the campus becomes the launching point for this new Avengers initiative to defend our world and many others. And it's all thanks to this great new Stark-developed technology that allows us to travel from world to world. Do you want to see what that looks like? Okay? Is it okay?
That looks pretty amazing.
Yeah. We can't wait for all of you to get a chance to try this out. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to little spoiler alert here. When we arrive at the campus, we're going to find out that some of this portal technology has gone missing. And now King Thanos is using it to wreak havoc across multiple worlds. It's going to be all hands on deck as we assemble the Avengers to take on his army. Now, we're going to be able to team up with some of our favorite heroes, both big and small, to defend iconic locations such as Asgard. Yeah, and as the threat expands, Wakanda. And we might even find ourselves in New York City, where we might just come face to face with King Thanos himself. Now, this mission, we're cheering for King Thanos, okay? All right, do it. All right, now this mission, it's gonna put us right in the middle of the action alongside the Avengers. And my favorite part is, you know what, maybe we shouldn't give away every twist and turn? Okay, you're gonna have to experience this story for yourself. But the good news is, as Josh said at the beginning, this is all under development right now. And visitors to Avengers Campus starting next year might just see the construction starting on this project.
They will see it starting on this project. This attraction is going to be really special. And that's not all that we have to share. You want to tell them?
Oh, I'd love to tell them. Can I tell you guys something new? Okay. This is something else. D23, you're hearing this first. This is new news. We're adding a fourth attraction to Avengers Campus. So Avengers Campus, it's not just a place to train and deploy heroes. It's also a place where Tony and the Avengers invent, develop, and test the new technologies they need to defend our worlds. In this new experience, we'll be invited into Stark's workshop to participate in the testing of some dynamic new flight equipment in development.
I think they like it.
And it's called Stark Flight now. It's going to be an incredible experience. It's dynamic, it's fun, and I can say as someone who's been testing it a lot, it's a lot of fun. You've tried it.
Yeah, Stark's Flight, of course I've tried it. And it looks incredibly cool.
Oh, it is really cool. I mean, you're going to sit in these two-person pods. Your pod's going to deploy to this test station. You're going to get a briefing from a hero. Then one of Stark's robots is going to come and grab your pod. Hopefully, not the one Tony calls dummy, because that one never works out really well. Grabs you and then flies you around on a flight profile, just like you're a superhero, kind of like Iron Man, actually. It's going to bring a fun new dynamic to the land. You want a pro tip? Can I give them a pro tip, a little insider tip?
I'll take it. They'll take it.
It's a little D23 insider tip. You're going to want to try this multiple times because you might just get a chance to run different test flights with different heroes. Yeah. I mean, you've come over to Imagineering, you've had a chance to test it out. I know you have. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of my favorite things to do, and I loved it. In fact, it was so fun, so fun. I had to call the boss to come over and try it out too. Well, there he is. There's the boss. Bob.
I remember that.
Yeah. And then Bob called someone else. He brought someone he loves 3,000. If we're testing out some Stark tech, it's always best to bring the real Tony Stark along.
You're so right. So maybe this seems like a great time to announce that Robert Downey Jr. will be reprising his role as Tony Stark as we bring these new experiences to life at Avengers Campus.
Huge news, Scott.
Was that huge? It is huge news. I mean, it just shows you the way we're thinking about our Marvel experiences and Avengers campus. We have these amazing collaborators. You know, literally between these two attractions, we are doubling the size of the land. Yeah. And as you said, construction is starting really, really soon, so we're excited to share more updates in the very near future.
Scott, thank you so much. This is going to make a tremendous impact on the land and California.
No. Sorry. Just can't do it, Josh. Can't do it. The Fortnite skin was not enough.
Well, I bet you didn't expect us to close the show with Deadpool, did you? Well, I told you tonight would be full of surprises, and there are so many more to come as we enter this incredible new era. I really want to thank all of you for...
So tomorrow, if you have neglected one promise, one made by you, just tomorrow.
Oh, is that right? What would that be?
A land twisted and broken.
Look, I'm not going to discuss that place today.
This dark new creation leaves us with no choice but to offer persuasion.
Their evil ambition gives us endless possibilities to tell brand new stories. Which is why I'm so excited to announce we are building a Villans Land at the Magic Kingdom. This land will be home to the villains that you know and those that you loathe. Which means happily ever after may feel like just a distant dream. It'll have 2 major new attractions. It'll have dining, shopping, and so much more fiendish fun for you to explore. This is storytelling on a grand scale that only Disney can deliver. So be prepared, you poor, unfortunate souls. It's going to be a fearless new vision for what a Disney experience can be. And you're excited, I can tell. The projects that we announced for Magic Kingdom, they represent the biggest expansion in the park's entire history. And these are already underway. Earth is already starting to move. Add that to everything that we have in store for Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, plus everything that we've just transformed at Epcot. There is just so much happening at Walt Disney World right now. As some of you know, I've had a chance to be a cast member for 26 years. And I'm more excited about what's on our horizon than I ever have been before. Why is that? Because first and foremost, I'm a huge Disney fan, just like everybody in here tonight. I vividly remember the first time that I visited a Disney theme park with my family. Some of you may have heard this before. My father was so excited to ride Peter Pan's flight with me. He said to me before we got on the attraction, "Josh, it really feels like you're flying." And as our ship sailed through the air, he glanced over at me as if to say, "See, I told you." I smiled back to him and told him all that he needed to know. And then many years later, I was with my own family, taking them on Soarin' over California. This is one of my all-time favorite attractions. And before we got on, can you guess what I told my wife and 2 kids? Yep, I told them it's gonna really feel like we're flying. Yes, it's like father, like son. And there are 12,000 Disney stories in this room tonight. And just like mine, each of our moments is connected to the Disney experience. Now we're about to begin the next generation of those experiences. And you know what? It kind of feels like we're flying. Since the last time we were together here at D23, we've opened hundreds of new attractions and experiences all around the globe. Mickey's Toontown at Disneyland, San Francisco at California Adventure, Tron, Tiana's Bayou, Adventure at Magic Kingdom, World of Frozen in Hong Kong, Zootopia in Shanghai, Fantasy Springs in Tokyo, Lookout Key in the Bahamas. And you know what? This is just the beginning. Over the past couple of hours, we've heard about so many new experiences coming our way. It's really hard to count them all. New lands, attractions, shows, ships, a whole new digital universe. This for us is an unprecedented era of growth. Just look around you at everything that we've shared tonight. As I mentioned at the top, I am so excited for everything that we're doing. I can't wait for you to see these projects start to come to life over the next 5 years. And of course, none of this would be possible without our incredible Imagineers, our cast members, our crew members, and Disney employees who are turning these dreams into reality. So thank you to each and every one of them. As we say goodbye tonight and head off into the boundless horizon, I just want you to remember one thing. All of this, everything you've seen, everything we're doing, it is all for you. It's all for our fans. This show is for you too. I want to thank our special guests for sharing their time and talents with us. Even Deadpool wanted this to be as big and bold as our dreams. I've had a great time, and I hope that all of you have as well. And it wouldn't be a concert without an encore. So we're leaving you with one last musical celebration. Everybody take care, and thanks for being true Disney fans.